Hello. Today I've decided to start a series to start out the new year, 2014, and I thought we could do a little astrology. So there's going to be 4 parts to this video. We're going to be dealing with the 4 groups of signs. So we're going to be dealing with fire, water, earth, and air. Today, I'm not sure if you can tell, but we are going to be doing fire. So, there's going to be multiple parts to each of these videos. But today, because we are focused on fire, we're going to be learning just about Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So if you want to know more about what you can look forward to in 2014, then you should probably stick around. So, this is what we're going to be looking at. So we're going to be looking at fire today. And then for the next 4 days, or today and then the 3 days after, each day we're going to be doing a separate one. Okay, so first things first, fire has the 3 signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So we're going to go ahead and start with Aries first. Okay. So I'm going to be using multiple items to fill you in with information. I have this book right here. And this is the complete book of astrology. The Easy Way to Learn Astrology by Chris Brandt Riske, or Risk. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, we're going to just do some basic information on each sign. And I'm going to give you some qualities that each sign has. So, starting out with an Aries, you'll know that you're an Aries if you were born from March 20th to April 19th. And the sign for Aries, or the glyph, is okay. So what I think I'll do is I'll go ahead and move to my right so that you can see what I'm writing. Okay. So, here we go. If you're not familiar, the ram is the symbol for an Aries. You are ruled by the planet Mars. Aries. Your element is fire, as you already know, and your gemstone is a diamond. Your flower is a geranium and your color is red. So those are some basic facts about an Aries. Okay, so your personality traits. In general, you are assertive, you're aggressive, you're a leader, you're dynamic, pioneering, confident. Let me go ahead and pull this up for you. You're a risk taker, you're impatient, you're energetic, you're adventurous, you're a daredevil, selfish, and action-oriented. Common things ruled by Aries are, I think these are a little strange, but I'll go ahead and tell you. Furnace, fireplace, chimney, hat, stove, knife, mustard, onion, surgery, pepper, acne, rhubarb, insomnia, thistle, tool, cactus, and sheep. So, some famous Aries are, let's see some cool ones. Thomas Jefferson, Warren Beatty, Quentin Tarantino, Nora Jones, Keira Knightley. So that is what an Aries is. Your major strengths are your leadership, your confidence, and your courage. And your major challenges is that you're impulsive, you're impatient, and you have a limited follow-through. So, I think most people know what their horoscope means, hopefully. If not, then I can do another video on that. But what we want to do is we want to figure out what's in store for you for 2014. So let's go ahead and figure that out. Okay. So, I am just using astrology.horoscope.com. And let's see here. Okay, so if you thought 2014 would be dull, think again, and again, and again. Because for certain, this will be a year when you'll do a lot of reassessment. For some people, especially the Aries, this could threaten to sink into self-absorption. But with all that's happening, especially with the Capricorn moon in late January causing a flurry of excessive self-examination, you certainly have the right to be introspective. However, others may not see it that way. With the overflow of the Cancer's influence in the June of 2014, your attention will naturally drift to the people you love, family, friends, and even acquaintances, all with their own troubles. There's a marked desire to make your home a place of refuge, and August sun in Leo, trine the moon in Aries, bring you the determination to make things better for others. It helps you, it helps your loved ones, everyone's happy. Okay, so for your social life, so whether you're a couple or a single, I'm going to tell you what the couples should expect. The needle in your relationship may be pointing towards comfort more than passion for a little while as the outside world piles on with its share of distractions. That'll be no problem for you, however, especially when the sun conjuncts Uranus in early Aries. You and your dear one will almost always be on the same page, so when you're apart, don't fret. A pleasant trine of the moon in Cancer and Venus in Pisces on April 5th will help solidify your relationship, keeping it firm and steady even if a whirlwind of confusion is raging outside your door. In August, you and your loved one will discover a new definition of togetherness. The moon transits through Sagittarius are creating various aspects that are pulling forth surprises about the two of you. While these are pleasant surprises, they do change the playing field a little for long-term plans. Even though nothing truly negative may be impacting your relationship, you may be steeped in thought until early October, when the moon and Neptune in Pisces help sort your answers out. Communication will become easier, more direct, and more productive, and both of you will love each other the more for it. Okay, so if you're single, then for the single Aries, the first part of the year is fairly touch and go when it comes to building new relationships. You'll have fun on your off moments, flirting and courting, but the people you are meeting are not likely to be the one walking down the aisle with you. But this is largely because the other person's in a hurry with their own stuff. No one's going to be making bonds. If you put too much weight on becoming attached, around February 22nd, you may become overwhelmed with indecision. With the moon in Sagittarius square Neptune and Pisces, creating a what do I do and where am I going? Once March is out of the way, love will become more of a fading in process. For various reasons, you may actually become distracted from the relationship game, and the unwatched pot will slowly begin to boil. With Cancer's homey midsummer influence on the sun and the moon, the person you keep in the periphery of your mind might stand out as your primary flirtation. If that person interests you romantically, gently suggest relaxing activities to do in the evening. You might not think of them as dates, but they'll certainly have the same impact on your love life. Go for it. That's my dog. Okay, and so the last thing is career and money in 2014. If you're unemployed, the job market may seem consistently out of your grasp for the first part of the year. That's an illusion. Things are just happening so fast that it takes a practiced eye to be able to seize opportunities. In fact, you may have to think outside the box for a little while once the spring equinox occurs and the sun trines the moon in Sagittarius. Artistic and creative pursuits become paramount in terms of profit. Sure, you'll also have to silence outside voices that insist on certain ideas not being practical, but if you take some time to research these ideas, you can conquer that negativity. The solar wind is at your back. There's danger of becoming stagnant with how your income is managed, so look at any sudden changes in income or expenditure as a chance to refinance a mortgage or change a payment plan, for example. The holidays promise firmer ground, so throw panic away and plan carefully with your future happiness in mind. Good luck, Aries. Okay, so that is the up and coming 2014 expected for Aries, but we still have 2 more to go. So our next our next fire sign is Leo. And let's go ahead and start that out. So Leos are born anywhere between July 21st to August 22nd. And the glyph for a Leo is there we go. Okay. Alright, so let's see. The symbol for the Leo is the lion. And the ruling planet is the sun. The element, of course, is fire. And gemstone is ruby. The flower is a marigold. Colors for Leo are orange, gold, and scarlet. And let's see what else. And the body area that you're ruled by is the heart. So this is a Leo. Okay. So let's go ahead and go over some of the Leo's personality traits. Okay. So the Leo is an affectionate, enthusiastic leader, romantic, temperamental, dramatic, warm-hearted, creative, pompous, loyal, show-off, outgoing, generous, egocentric, bossy, stubborn, and self-centered. Common things ruled by Leo is the theater, gambling, citrus tree, dill, lion, stage, royalty, poppy, children, palace, party, sun porch, and a throne. Some famous Leos are Bill Clinton, Amelia Earhart, Whitney Houston, Robert De Niro, Sandra Bullock, and Louis Vuitton. Okay, so the major strengths of a Leo: you're generous, you're warm-hearted, and you're creative. Your major challenges: you're stubborn, you're bossy, and you're self-centered. So, okay. So let's check out what's in store for you for 2014. Okay. If you have a taste for the unusual, this is going to be the year for you. Uranus is mostly... Oops. No, thank you, Siri. Okay. So, Uranus is mostly in Aries this year, and during the year it creates interesting and harmonious aspects with planets in both your sign and another fire sign, which is Sagittarius. Because of this, you're going to be faced with fresh, interesting new challenges that might require you to be on your toes more often. Friends may come to you with interesting puzzles for you to solve. Family may be looking to you for advice that will help a loved one out of a crisis. If this sounds daunting, you will be glad to know that your inner strength and stamina will be up to the task. Also, your mental acuity will be able to cope with the smaller, more mundane stresses as if they weren't even there. It could make you feel like a bit of a superhero, but even they have their limits. If you know when to pull back and allow yourself that precious me time, you should sail through 2014 with ease. Okay, so for any Leos that are in a relationship, this year gets off to what may appear to be a shaky start. but little understandings can be transformed into opportunities to reestablish a bond. Plus, the early part of the year will be balanced by stronger moments when the two of you are on the same wavelength. It's up to you to make these moments count by expressing empathy without reservation. More often than not, an argument will not be about another someone is right. It will be about acknowledgement that both sides are valid. Once the summer arrives, though, you and your beloved may feel more like a solid unit and will want to build a family atmosphere. Nothing creates a more solid partnership than having a common goal, and your focus is decidedly on the horizon of making your home a better place for friends and family to visit. By the end of the year, Jupiter and Leo will be blessing your common journey. When it comes to solving life's issues, two heads will be better than one. Okay, so for any single people that are a Leo, it says your love life might be sprinkled with fiery moments for the first part of the year, but the time to look out for is August, when fire trines erupt with regularity. The moon in Sagittarius trine Jupiter in Leo on August 5th and 6th. It's auspicious in a smaller way, but things really help heat up for you on August 17th when Venus conjoins Jupiter in your sign. Your natural Leo self-confidence comes to the forefront and becomes a powerful lure for others. Once you've met people as friends, then it's a matter of playing cool when not turning down the heat. If that sounds like an impossible balancing act, Leo, it isn't. Libra's heavy influence on your chart in October and Capricorn's down-to-earth overtones in late December are going to be giving you strong hints as to how to keep a new relationship in perspective. There's a time for being the extrovert and a time to reel it in. And the signals will be easy to read. Keep your eyes open, and a casual date may become a serious partner. Okay, so the next part, and the final part for Leos, for 2014, and this will be for the career and money. Your professional life may appear to be a flurry of wild ideas, some of which may be too wild to act upon, but others may be the seeds of bigger things. Jupiter's retrograde status and Capricorn's unusually heavy influence at the beginning of the year may produce a few more frowns than you're used to when you present new ideas. Never mind, though. Your fertile mind is going to benefit you in many ways, not the least of which will be finding new employment, if that's what you desire. The ball really starts rolling as the summer approaches. There are fewer chances for miscommunication as your likelihood of connecting with the right person increases. There might be some excessive give and take with negotiations, and you may become a bit frustrated that other parties just aren't coming to meet you in the middle. It's up to you to be the chess master. Because your financial betterment is very dependent on well-honed people skills and your self-presentation. Life will be a classroom, but with your inherent Leo fire, you'll get to the top of the class very quickly. So, Leo, love, money, so much. Okay, and finally, we have our last fire sign, which is Sagittarius. Let me go ahead and get Sagittarius for us. Sagittarius is born November 22nd through December 21st. And that is the glyph. Okay. Sagittarius is, their symbol is the archer. So, their gemstone is turquoise. Is that how you spell turquoise? Yeah, that's a strange word. So their colors are blue and purple. Their flower is the narcissus, and the key word is optimism. Okay, so personality traits. They are friendly, they're adventuresome, leadership ability, spiritual, easygoing, fortunate, humorous, joke teller, freedom loving, honest, restless, irresponsible, knowledgeable, tactless, enthusiastic, overly optimistic, and careless. Common things ruled by Sagittarius are travel, horse, sage, cinnamon, university, house of worship, trade school, attorney law, publishing, religion, professor, prayer, abundance, foreign affairs, archery, and judge. Some famous Sagittarians: Brad Pitt, Jon Stewart, Scarlett Johansson, Jeff Bridges, Walt Disney, Ben Stiller, Jimi Hendrix, and Jane Austen. Sagittarius major strengths are they're enthusiastic, adventuresome, and honest. Their major challenges is that they're outspoken, overly optimistic, and irresponsible. Okay. So, let's figure out Sagittarius, what they have to look forward to in 2014. Okay, so you're hitting the ground running this year. Considering Mars is in Libra and Uranus is in Aries, balancing out the state effects of Capricorn. With the moon entering Aries almost immediately, on January 6th, you're finding that chores aren't back-breaking work, but interesting puzzles that you're bending over backward to solve. Some of your more personal goals may take a while to achieve, but the path to solving them is strewn with solutions to questions you'd lost hope in answering. Your personal energy level may slide a little in periods here and there during the summer, but you've got enough going on so that friends can carry you through those low periods. The good news is that you actually gain a burst of energy with the advent of fall. Jupiter will also be in Leo from July 16th onward, giving you stamina and boost. It all comes to a pleasant crux on December 1st with a grand fire trine. Is it trine or trine? Involving the Sun, Moon, and Mercury, granting you a calm sense of reason to process all the information you've received all through the year. If you had a grand question to ask, you'll have the grand answer before the year is up. Okay, so love life. If you are a couple, your strength and love at the beginning of the year, so you can see. Your strength and love at the beginning of the year is going to manifest mostly in your ability to convince others with calm, wise words, and this is going to be highlighted the most in your relationship. Venus turning direct on January 31st will ensure that your discussions regarding love don't remain abstractions, but have enough power that your beloved takes them to heart. There's a natural concern that this might lead to complacency, and in fact, it does lead to a summer defined more by strong individual moments than by a continuous thread of passion. For instance, when Neptune turns retrograde on June 9th, you might be more inclined to just let things be than to communicate. That's alright, however, because the later half of the year is dependent on you being more of a listener. Mercury retrograde in October will only reinforce your need to be open-minded and a good listener, waiting for information. There's valuable information that you need to receive from your loved ones. And compassion will be the key to the doorway of deeper understanding. Keep your eyes and ears open. So, let's do singles. For you, the year may seem like it gets off to a clumsy start when it comes to romance. For instance, Venus in Capricorn squares Mars in Libra on January 16th, causing even the most promising pairing to stall. But this isn't even close to permanent. Venus enters Aquarius on March 5th, just before Jupiter turns direct, portending a forward direction to your romantic life that may bowl you over. New friends with unique interest are suddenly in your thoughts all the time. Your way with language helps to keep the evenings long and rewarding. Increased fire sign activity later in the summer, particularly in August and September, can only help new relationships along. However, be mindful of expecting too much too soon. Flames can burn steadily all the time, and if you try to fan them too hard, you could get hurt. You might have to settle for short periods of relative inactivity, but that's alright, as the valleys of life help make the mountain peaks feel even higher than they already are. Okay, so for career and money in 2014 for Sagittarius, the ability to take in and truly process information will serve you at the beginning of the year. Right off the bat, on January 1st, Capricorn's heavy influence on your chart will give you a strong tailwind when it comes to sailing the ship of business. If you have strong ideas, Venus in Capricorn will assist you in bringing them to fruition. Though there may be some resistance, you can still win people over if you make the case steadily and enthusiastically. In late summer, the planets deliver some interestingly cryptic yet positive messages. With the moon in your sign on August 6th, aided and abetted by the sun, Jupiter, and Mercury in Leo, you could be given the keys to a door or two that lead to added prosperity. Even if you get some questionable signals and aren't sure of all the details, you can still take time to sort it out. Your money isn't going anywhere unless you tell it to, and if there's a catch, you'll find it. In general, while the year requires quick thinking in many matters, the Leo's influence on you is magnanimous and allows for some breathing room to make the right decisions on your own. Just remember that outcomes aren't always too good to be true. Sometimes they can be both. Okay, so that is our horoscopes for fire signs and what you can look forward to in 2014. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm going to be doing water signs tomorrow, and the water signs tomorrow are Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. So I think that it's going to be a good year for everybody. It looks like Leo and Aries are going to have more exciting things happen toward the middle and the end of the year, while Sagittarius is going to start off the year with a burst of fire. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you tomorrow.